Hello, in this video I'm going to compare 3 online tools and services that allow you to repurpose existing videos for things like YouTube Shorts and social media. Let's get into it. You can see I'm in my YouTube studio here, and this video here comparing TTS AI avatars, I'm going to repurpose. We can see it's 2 minutes and 3 seconds long, so it's a short video anyway, but I'm going to turn it into a YouTube Short. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the URL. And I'm heading over to our first tool, which is Keyframe Studio. Now, I'll talk about prices and things later, but first of all, I'm going to talk about importing the media. So I can upload media, I can record into Keyframe Studio, or I can import via a link. So that YouTube link I took earlier, I'm going to paste it in here, and that's going to import my video for me. And I'm now in my second tool, which is Type Studio. And again, I'm in the import stage. We can drag and drop videos in from our current device. We can record into Type Studio, or we can paste a link from a web service. I'm going to paste my YouTube link here. And we're now in our third service, which is called InVidU. Now, unfortunately, InVidU, you cannot go and use a link, you have to upload the video. So I've gone and downloaded that video from YouTube. So I've started uploading the downloaded file from YouTube here. And what these services do is they automatically transcribe your video, and you can edit them using text. So we're back in Keyframe Studio, and clearly the YouTube importer isn't working. What a shame. So I'm going to have to upload the downloaded file. So I've uploaded that, and now that it's uploaded, all I have to do is click on it, and I'm going to add it as the main track. Now, what's interesting with Keyframe Studio is it is really designed for short. So here it defaults to TikTok, but if I pick YouTube and then go for short, I still get the same orientation frame as with TikTok. Now I can pull this out and make it bigger, but it does crop some section of the video. So already it's made a keyframe for that position. Okay, so I'm going to move this along over here, and that's added a keyframe already, and I'm going to move it along a little bit. And here I want my keyframe over there, or my frame over there, and then I'm going to want this over there. If I go into preview mode here, if I put this here and I go into preview mode and I play it, the outputs are. Let's get into it.
Hello, this is an AI avatar video made with HumanPal. You're watching Big G Video.
So I'm in AI Doll Studio, and I'm using Amy, and I'm using the female voice of Abby from English United Kingdom.
Hello, this is an AI avatar.
So you can see what this does is this moves the frame around, and it interpolates between keyframes as well. So here it's there and that's moving there, so it times the move perfectly. But one of the problems I have with Keyframe Studios is it's not great for chopping it up. So I need this to be less than a minute. It only really works in Keyframe Studio where all you need to do is change the end and the start. Here, to make a decent video, I would need to basically do quite a lot of editing and cutting, and it doesn't really work particularly well for that Keyframe Studio. I can go to subtitles and I can click generate subtitles, and it gives me 120 minutes of subtitles. So I'm going to click generate subtitles, and we're going to see how good the subtitles are when we come back. So I'm now in InVidU Studio, and I want to go to story 16:9. And so that's given me my story here. Now I edit this with text, so I can easily get to the text I want, and it's much easier. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit this down. Where I've got some dots, that is a pause. So I highlight it, and I click on this highlight button, and now that's highlighted. That's all the highlighting I want. I've done all that highlighting, so I'm now going to click create snippet, and I'm going to select from all highlights. So that's preparing my snippets in the background. So I'm going to go to the other software. So I'm now in Type Studio, and what I can do in Type Studio is I can just delete the bits I don't want. And what's nice about Type Studio is it spotted different speakers, which is really helpful when going through things with text. So I'm speaker A myself, and I can go in and add who speaker A is. And I know I want to get rid of that, so I'm going to delete that. I want to get rid of this. So I'm just going through and I'm deleting the text as if I were typing. Now if you make a mistake, you can click that and it adds it back in. If I go up here, I can remove silences. I'm not going to do that. I don't want this bit here. So I'm going to delete that. So very quickly, I have deleted the stuff I don't want and retained the stuff I do want. And I need to make this into a short. Now, this isn't as good as something like Keyframe Studio because it's going to stay in the landscape unless I go up here and change it to portrait. Now, unfortunately, with portrait, it doesn't crop. It retains the whole thing, but puts it within a portrait setting. So I'm going to go back to landscape because that isn't great, and I'm going to use a template. So here we've got our templates for landscape, and I'm going to go to portrait, and I'm just going to pick this one. So I can change the headline. Put that up here. What I like about this is I can quite easily just make it nice and colourful. Yep, that's great. Down here we have our subtitles, and the subtitles are auto-generated. I'm going to want to do typical subtitles. I'm going to want to get rid of this. I don't want that in there, and I don't want this heart in there. And I'm going to make this as big as I can. There we go. So that's it. Now, if I'm going to play it through.
Hello, this is an AI avatar video made with Human Pal. You're watching Big G Video.
Hello, this is an AI avatar.
Now what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to show which service is which service. So I'm going to highlight this. This little dot here, I don't want. So I'm getting rid of that. I'm going to highlight this. And we have add element, and I'm going to add just a text element to say what it is. So this is going to be Human Pal. So it's AI avatar from Human Pal, and I'm just going to put this down the bottom. And I'm going to do the same with the other videos as well. So that now in Type Studio is my short. I've made my short. I've got a title, I've got the actual video, I've got my subtitles, and I've got a little title. It's a shame I can't crop in more and get the framing on here, but this is good enough and I'm happy with it. It does the job, so I'm going to click export. I'm going to download the video. So I'm back in InVideo, and I can go and manually add things like headlines, text, change the backgrounds, add animations, add all the other things. But I'm going to click on templates because I just want to pick a template. So here I've got much more variety of templates compared to Type Studio. So I can crop in and I can add things. If I pick this template, you see it just crops in like that. Now the problem I'm going to have is I'm going to need to move things about, but yeah, let's see how this goes.
Hello, this is an AI avatar video made with Human Pal. You're watching Big G Video.
Hello, this is
So I'd have to move everything about, unfortunately.
an AI avatar video made with Adol Studio.
Hello, this is an AI avatar video made with deepword.co. You're watching Big G Video.
Okay, so if we go back here, unfortunately this was off to the side, so it's going to be really difficult to get it right, but I'm going to click download and it's going to go and make the video. I just need to give it a title and it's going to go off and make that video. So our video in Type Studio has been made, and what's nice is we've got a little heading here, we've got the text here, and we've got the video, and we can mark this as private or public because we can share this page. So people can come to this page and see a video if they want. We can also download the subtitles files, and we can download or copy the text to the clipboard. So our video has made in InVideo Studio, and we would have to open it up and then save it as a download, and it opens in a different tab, and I would have to click on download. So let's look at pricing, and the pricing is very different. Keyframe Studio currently has a lifetime deal on AppSumo, and I think it's around $29. But if you wanted to pay monthly, it would be from $9 per month. You get unlimited projects, you get 5 people who can join your team, and you get 60 minutes of subtitles. With Type Studio, there is a free version that stays free forever, and you get an hour per month of usage, 1 seat, and you can edit videos up to an hour long. You get 1 gigabyte of storage, but it does come with their watermarking. So if you wanted to get rid of the watermark, it would cost you $12 per month. It gives you 5 hours per month, 1 seat, and no watermark. Now, InVidU has a lifetime deal, and that's $89 for lifetime access. But otherwise, if you want to pay monthly, it's from $9 per month. You get 2 hours of transcriptions, and you get up to 20 hours of video exports. So what do I think of Keyframe Studio? Keyframe Studio works very well for certain things, but it doesn't work well for other things. If we go to this television one, this shows exactly why Keyframe Studio is good. Watch that in preview mode.
You didn't? Yeah. And also, it's weird for me now being...
That's really good, but that doesn't suit the style of videos I make or how I want to make them. Just this jumping about. I can see a use for this, but I don't really have a good use for this. It just doesn't really work for me. For me, Type Studio is the best one. It gives the best editing controls. It has nice templates, and it's just really simple and easy to use. It didn't take me very long at all to get this video cut down and made a short. The only thing I don't like is that you can't get the whole video cropped in the format of the short. It puts it in the middle, which is a bit of a shame. But Type Studio is by far my favorite of the 3. And in InVidU, you have more options, but I don't really like some of the options. So some of these presets aren't very nice. Who would want to use these compared to the ones in Type Studio? They just don't look very good, and I wouldn't pick them. So there's more options, but it's also fiddlier. And I do like the fact that you can delete text, but you can also highlight text to make your snippets. That's the sort of thing I'm looking for, but I still don't think this is as good as Type Studio. Thank you. Goodbye.